Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Cresta. Across from me, my co-host Ryan Ferran. Today, we're here to talk about the final episode of Season 2 of HBO's House of the Dragon. And yeah, before we get into that, Ryan, how you doing?
Good. I'm just pulling up my notes. Forgot I took notes for this episode again.
So yeah.
Man, what a reaction online from this episode so far.
Yeah, I did.
I will say, like, we'll talk about it obviously, but I agree and disagree at the same time with a lot of people's arguments over this episode. I totally understand where they're coming from.
And some of them are stupid.
Some of them are really stupid. But there's always, people stupid because they just, people expect the biggest thing in the world, and when they're not showing it, they just get angry. That happens with everything. But I do understand both sides of the argument over this episode, but yeah, divisive, to say the least. Anyways, you've been telling me for the past 10 minutes, the drive over here, that you have some big news to share with me.
I do.
And you said I'm going to be excited.
I think you would be.
Historically speaking.
Going off of our friendship, and we've talked about this topic before. Okay.
I'm not a very excitable person,
I know
we'll see how this goes.
So there's a girl that we've talked about on the show before.
Oh, did I guess right?
Yes, it's the one girl that I've...
Nice, dude.
And she told me she liked me.
Oh, my goodness.
And we kissed yesterday.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
so nice.
That's nice.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
All right, on to House of the Dragon.
You're such a piece of shit. We have one good moment.
Nice, dude. Yeah, what the fuck? What do I have to do with that?
No, I mean, like, it could have been a nice moment between two co-hosts.
It could have been, but, I'm very proud of you, buddy.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
She said it, and I was like, motherfucker, I sent you a text explaining how I felt 4 months ago. It's like, I did like you then. I was like, then why did you motherfucker? But yeah, no, that's very nice. Happy.
Good job, buddy.
This is nice.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
That's it.
You made it sound like we were, something happened.
No, that's why I kept saying it's not anything. I was trying to get.
But you were excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm very happy for you, friend.
I can't wait till Ashley finds out later. No one knows. Yeah. That's gonna be
It's gonna be great.
Thing. Oh, I'm gonna crack.
You did. You're so happy, dude.
Yeah.
Listen how joyful you are.
I know. I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get into the finale. Dude. The first note, though, I do have on this episode was that opening shot with the cat. Was it cat? Lizard, whatever it was.
I don't even remember. Oh, the monkey?
Yeah, I can remember.
Are you what?
I can remember. It's been a while.
Cat and lizard. What are you talking about?
Well, I said it's the worst CGI that's been in the series so far.
I didn't even notice that it was CGI.
It made me so mad. It looked like...
Just walking through?
Yeah, but like the whole thing was CGI.
Yeah.
Made me mad. I don't know why. But
okay.
Yes, going from there, though, Tom Lannister goes to Essos to bargain with their people to... help fight against pretty much the blockade. Wait, is it break apart the blockade?
Yeah.
And then their whole thing is that they want the stepstones, which is kind of a big deal to just give that up.
Yeah, especially after that was half of last season. It was obviously not Thailand, not the Greens taking it, but the Blacks. Before the sides were split, it was still, Daemon and Corlys mostly fighting in the stepstones. So for the Greens to just give it back is kind of another...
Yeah, what was the point of all those fighting? All that fighting?
Another layer on top of that.
And then he eventually agrees to this deal, which he fears that he may be hung for accepting this contract because it is very much so favoring the Essos side than it is the Greens.
Yeah.
But then he's told he must also get their leader, Leor. That's what I think you said her name. She must be willing to get her army behind you. And I'm just going to say straightforward, I thought this entire storyline was so fucking dumb. I was getting so mad during the episode. Because everything else I was actually really enjoying. I like where they ended it. I had no problems with anything like that. This part of this movie, this part of the episode, I hated.
You're so
everything
flustered. You're so flustered.
I am.
You just told everybody you had your first kiss.
Not my
there you go.
Fuck you.
It's so sweet. Anyways, yeah, I agree. All the Thailand shit with the triarchy or whatever these people are at this point. It just like you couldn't have done this in like episode 5 or 6.
Yeah, like a nice little filler part.
Or even you could do this in episode 8 if it's a 10 episode season. But that's what I think. Like this whole episode as a whole, if this wasn't episode 8 in a regular 10 episode season, people would have really enjoyed this episode. I still think they would have thought all the Thailand stuff, fucking mud fighting. I still think they would have been like, all right, why are we like, people would have been upset with that, but it would have been less so if it was actually leading to something that we don't have to wait 2 years to see. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just that's kind of the pain of it, is that we have to wait so long for, you know, things to
2
happen
years is a
again.
long time though. Like, aren't some of these characters going to age noticeably?
Yeah. I mean, it already happened this season. You see
Yeah.
the first scene of the show. You see Jacaerys and in Winterfell at the wall, and you're like, Jesus Christ, that is not the same kid.
And then from there, we go back to see Aemon and Vhagar have pillaged Sharp Point. Just burned it. Killed thousands. Yeah. Not very happy, just because he's a little butthurt over what happened in the previous episode. And from there, Aegon talks with the Grand Maester. Fucking bitch phone. Telling him that he is a good man, and which was a nice thing because you don't really get to see Aegon ever being genuine to people. So see him talk like that to the Grand Maester, which then goes with Lars appearing into the chambers, telling Aegon that they must leave since Rhaenyra now has all these dragons, and that they will kill him if he gets there. And he's like, "What if I don't want to leave?" He's like, "Then Aemon will kill you."
Yeah.
So he pretty much doesn't have any choice. It's either you die by dragonfire or your brother kills you.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of King's Landing.
Yeah, it's the best choice he's got. And again, like, Larys is kind of trying to get on his good side, because I think Larys sees a way to manipulate him into getting power for himself. But I do love this scene, how Larys kind of convinces him to go, is by, the whole time he's talking like, all right, we can go to Pentos or wherever he said, we can get away, you can live and, try to get better over there and not be in danger. And the whole time Aegon's just sitting saying like, oh, you know what happened to me? Like, my dick blew up and when I was on fire, which is, gross.
That is horrible.
The whole time Aegon's just, not crying, but crying about himself.
It's pretty sad.
It is sad, but I do like the way Larys finally gets him to believe him going aside. It's just by talking about him. He's like, all right, fine. If we go over there, you get to heal and then you come back and you get to be Aegon the Worthy, Aegon the Burnt, whatever. I did love how
the King of Freedom or whatever.
Yeah, whatever
King of
he
Peace.
said. Aegon cuts in. He's like, the Realm's Delight, which was Rhaenyra's nickname back when she was a kid. So I like that Aegon is still hasn't learned. He's still very self-conscious. So I thought that was a good way to show it. Just the second he starts hearing his name and all the things people would call him, he's
all the
like,
positives.
All right, I'm down for this. This is going to be fun.
And then from there, we go back to Dragonstone, where we see Jace hearing Ulf and Hugh talking as he enters the hall. Ulf has his feet up on the table, which Jace, of course, takes some insult to, which, I mean, you don't put your feet up on a table, especially not council's table. And this leads to a disagreement between Jace and Ulf, but this whole time, Ulf has no idea that this is Jacaerys. Jacaerys?
Yeah.
And pretty much, you just see Hugh being like, I'm so sorry. He's a fucking idiot. But I like that Jace is starting to actually stand up for himself more and more. I like him kind of growing, but at the same time, he's kind of a little bitch in this episode. But we'll
dude. He's been good this entire season.
Yeah,
he's made moves for the Blacks.
Yeah, but he's also been like, oh, they can't do the dragons. They're not pure. Shut the fuck up. You're a bastard too.
Yeah.
You're just a glorified one.
No, that's his fear, is that, they're older. If it becomes normal for bastard Targaryens to gain power like this, then how would that change his claim to the throne? Yeah, because if they're older than him, and if they're, the son, if they're Viserys' direct cousin or like brother, whatever, I forget their relations to whoever. But if people will say like, all right, these bastards can be it, then that guy's next in line, and then Jacaerys wouldn't have a claim to the throne.
No, but then that wouldn't make sense, because they wouldn't have a claim to the throne. Their time would have passed. Because if Rhaenyra takes it, then it's Rhaenyra's heirs, 90% of the time.
Probably not. They could still make a claim.
They could make a claim.
Like what's happening with the Greens. They could just say like, I know you are next in line, but I want it. My dragon's bigger, so fucking move. That's Jacaerys' fear. So I understand where he's coming from, getting upset, but he can get upset. He's worked hard enough. His brother died. Tank that. Don't care. He got the Starks. He got the Freys. He got everything. He's fucking killing it.
I like Jace. I don't like when he's like, oh, wait. Shut up. Be a man about it.
All right.
Be mature. That's like the whole thing. If you're going to have the chance of being the king, you got to show maturity.
Well, Ulf's not showing maturity.
Yeah, Ulf
That's why
shouldn't
he
be the
checked him all
king.
that.
Jacaerys knows how he's supposed to act.
Ulf should be king. Dude,
That Westeros will sink into the earth somehow.
I fucking love Ulf so much, dude.
Jason then tells Ulf that he must be ready to fight Vhagar, and if he's not, then he'll have Ulf hung.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either you die from Vhagar, you die from me. Probably taking the dragon because it might be faster.
Maybe.
You'd rather get hung
Probably not.
than get killed by a dragon?
Getting hung's pretty quick if they do it right.
Yeah, well, do you think they did it right?
No, but I think
Yeah.
burning alive by a dragon is not quick.
What if he bites you?
I don't want to get eaten by a dragon.
From there, Rhaenyra speaks with Corlys about the three riders and how she fears that they don't know anything about them or their character, which then Corlys then begins to speak highly of his bastard child, Alan.
Yeah.
Adam.
That one's Adam.
Yeah, Alan's the older one.
Yeah. I like that Corlys is kind of, he still won't admit to having the bastards. He still won't admit to, being their father. But it is good that he's kind of, showing that these are good guys. And he kind of realizes his wrongs later on in the episode. But the main thing that I noticed with this scene is this the only fucking set of Driftmark they had for this entire season?
No, you have the one shot from inside Adam and Alan's house.
Inside, yeah, and then you have the one shot of Corlys in the throne room. But every other scene on Driftmark is here in front of this fucking boat that they've been building for 8 episodes. That's just speaks more to the whole problem with this whole season is that it's just like it dragged for so long. People are calling it House of the Dragging now. Like it's that's the biggest problem they had this season. And I think this scene is where it finally clicked. Like, all right, dude, nothing's going to happen this season. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, I pretty much got to that point too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're not going to start the war, like the main battles yet. They're going to save that.
Yeah.
From there, Corlys tells Rhaenyra that Aemond is going to keep getting angry and keep taking out the small folk due to, as we said, her having all these dragons now and him feeling like he may have kind of lost like what made him so great, if that makes sense. Like he seems defeated by what happened.
Who's this again?
Aemond.
Yeah.
And that's why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah. Womp womp.
But then Corlys tells her that she must be ready. She has 6 dragons and a naval army and that she must attack now. And I was in agreement with Corlys.
Yeah.
If you wait too long, you're losing that advantage because then you're just going to let them heal up, get more soldiers, maybe get another dragon in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah.
Especially giving them time to kind of regroup and say, like, let's make a plan about this. That's bad. Because right now, the Greens are so spread out. You have Kristen taking all the stuff in the Crown Lands, and then Sunfire's down. The dragons are, Helena doesn't want to fight with Dreamfire. Vhagar is what they got right now.
They don't got Aegon's dragon anymore.
Yeah. That's Sunfire. Done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the High Towers haven't gotten there yet. Neither the Starks, but they might be closer. Or you could tell them to hurry up. It's tough to not attack right now. If you're the Blacks, you really have to just get down there and start doing it.
Take advantage of your upsides right now.
Totally.
So then from there we go to Harrenhal, where Bruin has finally arrived to speak with Daemon. I kind of forgot that he was going to Harrenhal.
Yeah. I did like that it took him so long to get there.
Yeah.
Because it made the world
Legitimate.
feel big again. Yeah, it wasn't like Game of Thrones where everybody's just teleporting. You know what I mean? God.
First, it takes him like a season to get across.
Yeah.
This final season,
literally, the entire thing with what was it, season 2 when Arya and the Hound were going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took her a whole season to get to the Vale from Harrenhal, wherever they started.
Yeah.
And then, season 8, she goes from Essos to
Winterfell.
To Winterfell like that. Essos to the Twins or the Frey's place, and then to Winterfell in like 2 episodes like that. So I love that it took him so long. But it also speaks to a scene later in this episode when somebody shows up. I was like, how fucking fast did they get there?
From there, Bruin tells Daemon that Rhaenyra's intentions are good and he does support her, but at this point they need a king, not Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
And I responded with, fuck you, Bruin.
Yeah. And I do like if you turn the subtitles on, you know how he hears like the whisper?
Mm-hmm.
And what it says traitor.
Oh, does it?
If you turn the subtitles on or listen closely.
I have the subtitles on, so I didn't.
It may have started there. I don't know. I just saw reconnecting and success. But we're good.
No, it does that a lot.
Anyways, yeah. He tries to... I mean, you kind of saw it from all the guys on Rhaenyra's council. They still want to do it. They only do this because they swore to honor Rhaenyra's claim. But at the
Sarah's-
same time, now that they're actually seeing it, they're like, we'll still get her side in power, but we don't want her in power.
Yeah.
And this is the guy that was kind of leading that. That's why she sent him off. But now that he's with Damon,
Son of a bitch. Aemon then speaks
Take
with his
place.
council members and tells them that they must inspect every boat, even if it means stopping the fishing boats and keeping food from the people. Again, Aemon's thinking way too much from a battle side of things. When if you want to be even if it is the king consort right now, you need to make sure that the people are on your side.
Yeah.
You need them to help you.
Totally.
If you're taking their food from them and all those kind of things, you're not going to get anyone to side with you.
Mm-hmm.
Helena and Allison begin to talk about leaving, with Aemon then appearing, telling Helena that her and Dreamfire must enter the fight. As she refuses, Aemon tries to pretty much drag her out of the room, which Allison stops. Allison then tells Aemon that he wants to rule, but at the smallest of insults, he decides to burn thousands of his own people. And again, it's leaning into the idea that Aemon is a strategist most of the time, but anytime he
Whoa.
anytime he feels that he's been wronged, he all of a sudden loses like any brains and strategy that he has.
Yeah.
He becomes very brash with his decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go out to what are those woods that they're in? Cole.
I don't remember.
You said it was Crown Land?
The Crown Lands, but yeah, that's just like the area.
Oh.
Like the Stormlands and the Vale, and yeah.
That's what I was saying. I didn't know where it was. I just said Cole sits in the woods.
Wait, I don't think it's like the God's Wood or anything like that. I think it's just woods.
Okay. Cole sits holding Allison's favor, smells it while her brother threatens Cole for being sent to the wall for having a relationship with Allison. Cole does not give a flying fuck what this guy has to say.
He's so defeated. Like
he is depressed.
Yeah, after seeing all those dudes get burnt to a crisp, he's done. He does not want to fight. He doesn't want to live anymore.
This was his best scene this season.
I agree.
Cole.
It was
I
a good
really liked
speech.
his speech, and then he explains how he follows Allison's every beck and call because she has saved his life twice, once from himself, once from. There's two. God damn, I can't remember. He tries to kill himself. She saves him. And there's something else. What is it?
He's going to get executed.
Is he?
I genuinely didn't remember that either.
Okay.
Was there a time in season 1 where he was going to get killed?
I don't know.
Maybe when maybe he meant like he didn't let anybody find out that he banged Rhaenyra, because he would have gotten killed for that.
Oh my god, I forgot he had sex with Rhaenyra.
You forgot about that? How did you forget about that?
I don't know. I remember that he liked her. I thought that was it though.
No, they bet. Yeah, she takes his helmet.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, you remember that. Yeah.
Great scene.
After Damon's like Damon
takes her to the.
Man, that was fucking weird.
We watched that episode with our friends. I remember that.
Yeah, we watched the whole season with our friends.
Well, some of them slowly fell out of it.
Slowly.
Cole then speaks about how honor isn't a real thing, which again we talked about it earlier, the last couple episodes ago, that the Kingsguard has changed drastically. Yeah. Kingsguard has changed drastically, and these people aren't the same ones that we've seen in Game of Thrones. These people have no honor.
Yeah,
they don't care to follow the rules that you're given.
Yeah. I mean, Westerling was a dog, but he's probably dead now. The first Lord Commander, or the commander of the Kingsguard last season, when Kristen killed that dude, and he was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah,
yeah, he's probably dead. I do wish
Cole definitely killed him.
No, I don't think Cole did. No, because I think he got out. He was too good, dude.
You don't think Cole was like, "Okay, bitch,
no,
get rid of him"?
He's like Barristan. Like Barristan just got out.
Who's Barristan?
In Game of Thrones. Jesus Christ! Silence your goddamn cell phone. The Lord Commander goes out and then he goes and helps Daenerys for a couple seasons, and then he dies. The Sons of the Harpy, which is fucking stupid because he didn't die in the books yet. You know, we might know how he dies if George R. R. Martin write his fucking books.
Did you say that you could put him in prison? That's
what?
If he doesn't finish the book by a certain date, we can put him in prison.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Cole then explains how everything they've done is for nothing, as the dragons now rule this world, and as they march, as the soldiers begin to march, that he finds relief in this. Which, I mean, if you've just been fighting this war and now you know that everyone that you've killed, harmed, done anything to, it doesn't mean anything. It's not going to change the outcome of this war. The dragons are. I mean, death might be what you think is the best option for you.
Yeah, especially like Kristen. he needs to keep leading these armies so he can just please the Greens and Aemond and Allison and everybody. But he's realized that the armies are not going to do anything. It's just going to be useless bloodshed, and whoever wins the dragon battle is the real winner. Doesn't matter how many men you lose. If your dragon wins, then you're going to win.
You're winning.
They can just kill everybody on the ground. So
yeah, well, they say it's like they're like dirt beneath their feet or something like that. He makes a comment about like that the soldiers are nothing.
It's like when the dragons dance. It's
Yeah. But then back with Thailand, he mud wrestles fucking Leor again in all caps. I wrote, "What the fuck is this? This shit is fucking dumb."
Yeah.
I was not a fan. I really hate this scene. Why is this happening when there's so much shit to do?
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't blame you. Again, like this should have been earlier in the season. I feel like
just don't put it in there. Do it in the beginning of the next season.
Yeah, I mean, the mud fight stuff is okay. Like, just pay him. Just have him pay him. He's a fucking Lannister. I understand that he said earlier in the episode, like, I can't pay you that much, but figure something else out because it was just not fun to watch him fucking wrestle this chick. Yeah, I don't know. Although they keep calling him or a he. The Triarchy guys.
Yeah,
they are the Triarchy. Yeah,
it's the girl's name. I guess might not be a girl.
I don't know. I know the actress is transgender. I forget which way though. Just say I mean that respectfully, but I forget.
Don't dig another hole.
But yeah, I know. Yeah, because they were a YouTuber first, and then became.
Oh really?
Yeah. So good for them. But also the character did kind of suck. Sorry. Yeah. And also, dude, I swear to God, I thought it was going to be like Dario or something. Like it looked. Remember first the OG Dario looked exactly
not
like
good
him.
one.
Yeah. No.
It was Bela speaking with Jace, right?
Yeah.
Thank God I got
Raina's out.
Yeah, she's
doing her own bullshit.
She's struggling right now. Bela speaks with Jace. Jace is kind of an asshole to the small folk throughout this sequence because he isn't. It's not just the people that can get dragon. He's mean to just everyone that isn't high blood.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, is why he makes me so mad. Because I feel like if you're a king or anything like that, you should care for those people.
Yeah, I mean, he's just overcompensating because he's self-conscious about his own bastard self. So, it's like a bully. The bullies are always sad in their own right, and then they go and beat up another kid, take it out on somebody else. That's what he's doing. Yeah. He's like,
a bitch.
I might not be real, a real highborn, might be a bastard, but fuck you. You're not going to say that to me. You know what I mean?
And then I continue with Jace is a little bitch because he said he's a bastard. Fuck you, Jace. Bela, you're still a G. Tylan then sings some bullshit song, and Leia tells Tylan that she will sail with him and that she wants Tylan to have sex with her wives to give her babies. What the fuck was this whole storyline? I was getting so angry.
Tylan's a fucking horn dog, dude.
And then Tylan does have a line. I was like, how many wives do you have?
Yeah.
I like Tylan. Back on Dragonstone, the Dragon Riders have a feast. Ulf speaks out of tongue and is shut up by Rhaenyra and Jace. Rhaenyra is told that Daemon has raised an army and that there may have been some treachery, and this all has come now from Simon Strong, the real G of this season.
Simon Strong was dogging in the background, dude. Yeah.
Did you see that?
It's so funny.
Daemon then speaks with the witch. She says that she will tell him his fate, as Daemon now is ready to touch the werewood tree and gets to see the events of Game of Thrones. He gets to see what he will see is that Rhaenyra will sit on the throne, or at least that's what he saw, and he will also see Helena. Which I think it's Helena also speaking to him.
Yeah, definitely. Because Helena, the next thing we see of Helena,
it's the exact same shot of what she's
Helena
doing.
Was actually talking to Daemon in that scene.
Yeah, she's the one saying what you have to do.
Yeah, but also that leads to a further question. Do you think maybe Helena...
I think it can change also.
What do you mean?
Like what he sees. I don't think that's...
Well, yeah, I mean, in everything in Game of Thrones, in this whole world, prophecy is always...
It's prophecy. It's not...
It's something backhanded that everybody reads wrong. So it's, it's tough to see. And also, Daemon isn't going to know who Daenerys is. He probably thought maybe that's Rhaenyra. Maybe that's one of me and Rhaenyra's kids in the future. Like he has no idea what he just saw.
Yeah.
He just saw a bunch of random shit. And maybe he's thinking, all right, I have to do this. When in reality, it's going to happen in 200 years. He just doesn't know it.
A long time.
Yeah.
It was cool to see the Night Walkers, though.
Yeah.
It was nice.
They look pretty goofy, though.
They did look goofy.
Yeah. Although I don't think that was the Night King.
People said it might have been, but it was just...
It could have been.
They did it a little different.
Yeah, it could have...
But it probably wasn't as much.
Yeah, it could have been, but It was a practical effect too. It was all makeup.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Um,
I thought it wasn't.
I think they touched it up with
I
CGI,
hate when they do.
which
Just
they just did
just
too
rock it
much.
out.
Yeah, just put some fucking contacts
But
on.
I do. Were you going to kind of go the idea that maybe Helena is
Working with.
playing both sides? Well, more
Well, I
sides.
thought just working with Alice.
Oh, she's the one that kind of maybe been doing this with Damon, like to get these
Maybe.
thoughts to him.
I mean, no, I think Alice has been doing it the whole time, but I think maybe Alice and Helena are kind of in cahoots because they obviously have, the power of, whatever you call the Dreamers and Green
Witch,
Seers or whatever.
Three-Eyed Raven.
Yeah.
No, that's like the.
I mean, that's different.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing him though.
Just see it.
It was cool seeing him. We got to get, dude. I don't care about Duncan Egg.
I care about Duncan.
Duncan Egg, whatever.
That's just
I
gonna be so
want-
much fun.
Here's my hot take. I want a fucking Blackfire Rebellion show over an Aegon's Conquest show.
Nah, the Aegon Conquest show is in pre-production.
That's fucking crazy. Blackfire Rebellions are so much cooler, dude.
No,
Absolutely.
I want to see just people just get demolished.
That's the Blackfire
Yeah,
Rebellions.
is there dragons? No,
No,
dragons will be. I want dragons.
but there's big motherfuckers. It's very cool.
There's giants, right?
No.
Or giants only north of the wall.
Giants are only north of the wall.
They are. I wasn't sure. If they
Now, yeah. There used to be some in Essos, but
Were. Aemon tries to then, as Ryan said, we see Helena next in the next sequence, and then
well,
Aemon.
hold on. Why are we going to skip past all this fucking prophecy shit?
We
Let's
talked
talk about
the
that. I mean, we can talk about it a little more. Also,
I'm
what
sorry.
did you think of the creature that he sees, like, walk the thing with the fucking horns and the hooves? You just noticed for a second? Did you not?
I did not see.
You
that.
didn't notice that?
No,
The fuck did you not notice
I
that?
have no idea.
It was scary as shit. I wrote in my notes, "What in the Narnia fuck was that?"
What? You forgetting that they're remaking the Narnia movies?
Yeah, hold on. Now you got to see this because it was fucking wild. I'm pulling it up. Fuck you. Anyways, it has horns. It was a thing.
It's a creature.
I thought maybe it was like a vision of, what's his name? King, oh my God, Baratheon, Robert. Like seeing him, before all that prophecy stuff, the guy who brings his house down finally. Although, they kind of did it themselves, Ares and all them. But that's what I kind of saw it as. Here you go. I don't know if this is going to come through on the episode. I'm playing this.
What the fuck is that?
You didn't notice that
No.
thing? How the fuck did you not notice that
If I
thing?
looked down my phone and right now.
Oh God, we're gonna echo. You definitely look down at your phone and take notes at that point. See what you miss.
Sorry.
See what you miss when you take notes like that. Unbelievable, Tom.
Okay, moving on.
Anyways, what do you think that was?
A demon?
Because some people, okay, it's a demon then. That's cool. Some people were saying it was
No, I do
the
like the
children of
idea.
the forest, maybe.
Yeah, I do like the idea of it maybe being the Baratheons.
Yeah, I thought it was like a vision of the Baratheons. Obviously not physically,
Yeah.
but I think a culmination of both, like it being basically a stag on 2 feet. Like you can hear it walking with hooves, which makes sense, like the stag, but it's also standing upright. So I don't know what it was. Could have been children of the forest or something because they're in that area. They're not they're on that little island, the God's Eye.
Yeah.
Which next almost that episode scene is where Helena tells Aemon that he's going to die, which is, man, that shut him up real quick.
That did shut, and he's like, "I'll have you killed." She's like, "How?" Like she's really just like shutting him off. She's like, "There's nothing you can do."
Yeah.
She's like, "Even no matter what you do, it will still end with you dead."
Yeah.
She also tells him that she will, if she refuses, will he burn her like he did Aegon? And that kind of, he was like, "What do you tell?" He's like, "That's a lie." He's like, "That's a horrible accusation." And she tells Aegon that she tells Aemon, I'm sorry, that Aegon will rule again and that he will be dead by the end.
Yeah.
What was that face?
Just ESPN notification. Competitor dies during
Dies in the
CrossFit
Fitbit thing?
games. The Fitbit things?
I thought it was a Fitbit thing.
CrossFit.
Those fucking losers. I hate CrossFit. Not that person.
Jesus, man.
Rest in peace to that person.
my
I'm sorry.
God.
CrossFit itself is stupid. I hate CrossFit.
Gets in good shape though.
I'm not built to be a CrossFitter.
Never mind.
I am built to lift heavy weight. Alan and Rhaenyra fly into Harrenhal to speak with Daemon. As Rhaenyra enters Harrenhal's main hall, the hall falls silent. That was a tongue twister. Daemon enters to speak with his wife. She says that he has done well, in which he says that they are all sworn to him, which she responds quickly and a little bit agitated of who is he sworn to. Damon tells Rhaenyra in it's Valerian, right?
Valerian. Yeah.
Valerian, that the war is just beginning and the winter will come with darkness and doom. Damon says that they need a leader who can unite the realm and that Viserys has chosen her. He bends the knee and speaks that she is the one true queen, and he will serve her till his death or the end of their story. All soldiers then bend the knee.
Yeah.
I love that. This was one of my favorite scenes.
It was good.
I like just like the whole Damon kind of like knowing his place again.
Yeah. And again, like he sees a woman, Targaryen woman with 3 dragons. Like I think he says to Rhaenyra that you need to rule because of the vision, because he saw Daenerys. And I think he mistakes that as being Rhaenyra. I don't think
that's what I thought. Like how I thought that's how he took it. I knew that was
I think that I think he thinks Rhaenyra is the one who's going to stop, the perceived threat of the White Walkers that will come to attack them at some point in his mind. That he saw that scary shit. Like if you saw a vision of zombies coming at you from the fucking forest,
I'd be pretty terrified.
Yeah, it'd be scary as shit.
Actually, seeing that thing walking, the creature.
Yeah, I mean, he's all fucked up, but it is cool how he's kind of misinterpreting the prophecy. At least how I think of it, but I think that makes sense. And I love to see it because it's not something that happened as much as it does in the books in Game of Thrones in the show. That prophecy will bite your dick off is one of the lines in the books. But it's just super cool because there's so much in every like magical story. The prophecy is always like you're gonna have to do this and be the hero, and it's always a good thing, and you know what's gonna happen. But in this story, prophecy just turns around and bites you. Everybody misunderstands it, and it's so much fun to watch.
It's like what Allison did.
Yeah.
Again, another misunderstanding of just something so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Rhaenyra then tells Dane, this I thought was a really little funny thing. I think Matt Smith just made it better than what it could have been. Rhaenyra tells Dane that if he leaves again, it will be his peril. And Damon responds with, he cannot, and he's tried. And with that, he has that Matt Smith has that smirk.
Yeah.
That look, and it just works perfectly for Damon. It works perfect for that line, that scene. And then Damon just gets his soldiers fucking hype. And I was ready to run through a brick wall. But yeah.
It wasn't a bad speech.
It was what is it? Every one of us is 1,000 of them or something.
I don't remember.
Dude, he says something like that, and I was like, yeah. I feel like 300.
Yeah.
Great
I forgot that in the middle of this, I had the Phillies like on ESPN on my phone. In the middle of my notes, I just wrote Aaron Nola doing Aaron Nola things after he gave up 4 runs in the.
Oh, was it the first game of the Dodgers game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have won that game.
Hey, still came out and won a series against the Dodgers in LA.
Yeah.
It's a big win.
First after series sweeping them last series.
Yeah. They play in the NLCS now. Phillies have a good advantage. Corliss speaks with Alan of how he must improve as a leader, which Alan says he never asked to become a leader. Then says he will improve though and attempts to leave. Corliss then says that he's trying to help, and Alan gives a great speech about what it's like to be born a bastard and living in the poor and seeing your father just not care for you, but these other 2 children of his.
Yeah.
It was really sad. And when he's like, you only came back now that your other 2 heirs have died.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great scene. I really, really liked it.
I love Corliss, like the guy who plays him, and I love the guy who plays Alan.
Steve. I forget his last name.
Toussaint?
Something like that. Yeah. The guy who plays Alan is great too.
Same with the guy who plays
Adam.
I liked all 3 of them.
Yeah, they're really great.
Well cast.
Yeah. It was a great speech though, and it was really fantastic. And I love seeing him talk about it in the after the episode interview and stuff. It was like that. It was supposed to be me and him like talking, and I just started screaming at him. Like he just got so into the scene, and you could tell.
Yeah, I mean, really and you can see why he feels that way. He's broken.
Yeah, it's totally understandable.
Rhaena finds
sheep stealer,
and then going back to Dragonstone, Mysaria speaks with Rhaenyra of how the gods have sided with her. She tells Rhaenyra that she must prevail, and then Rhaenyra wants to ask Mysaria who pays the price, who will pay the price for this war, which. It's the innocent small folk. I really had to pay for all this, especially when dragons come out. Because you can control a dragon to a point, I think, but I think it's also like other animals. Like
100%.
That instinct eventually kicks in.
Yeah, I mean, it happened like the end of last season when Luke got killed.
Yeah,
Aemon didn't want to do that.
He didn't want Vhagar to kill him.
And even last episode, Vhagar was ready to go and fight on Dragonstone. Aemon was the one who was like, "No, we can't do this right now."
I really like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. From here on out is some of the best stuff that we've gotten. I really like the end of this episode.
It was good. But at the same time, though, How the fuck did she get there that fast? Like,
Well, we don't know how many days it could have been
that's true.
because they don't really
But
ever explain the days, and
yeah. And I mean,
they're not far.
They're not that far. It's further than Dragonstone to Driftmark,
Yeah,
but
well,
King's
that's like
Landing
a
to Dragonstone.
hop.
Yeah, it's not far. King's Landing to Dragonstone, you have to go all throughout the bay if she only took a ship, and also she would have had to get through the blockade, assumedly. Like,
Mm.
so
I wonder how she did get there.
I don't
Maybe
know
you're
how she
right.
got there. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it was a good scene seeing them talk to each other and seeing it. The ball kind of get put back in Rhaenyra's court from Allison.
Yeah, which has not been a thing for a while. That
Yeah,
Rhaenyra's got to be pretty much on the aggressive side of these conversations.
yeah. I mean, it was good. I did like the scene, but at the same time, I do have my problems with it. Go ahead. No, you talk because
No,
you
you
just gave
talk.
me the stink eye.
You go first.
I said I have my problems with it. I want to hear what you like
I have a
so
lot
I
of
can
notes.
crush you.
I said, as we just talked about, Rhaenyra is called from her chambers. We see Allison has now come to speak with Rhaenyra, which is switched from the last two times that we talked with these characters. Rhaenyra asks why she is there, and that Allison begins to speak of how she's lost her way. Rhaenyra did not seem to give two literal fucks what Allison had to say.
No.
She just sat there late, like, get the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
it's time for me to go to sleep.
But I also think that was a lot of hiding her emotions,
Yeah.
like trying to stay strong.
did
'Cause
good.
You see her, yeah, especially at the end of the scene, you see her start like really tearing up.
Yeah.
So I think it was tough for Rhaenyra, but she's grown so much that she understands she needs to show strength in this moment. So it was great acting by Emma Darcy. Oh,
Um,
dude. What?
Allison says that she doesn't wish to rule, but just to live. She wants to take Helena and her child and leave, and then that she wants to wash her hands of it, which is some fucking bullshit. You not get to do all that shit you just did and be like, well, what do we now? I don't want to do it. What do we?
I'm sorry.
It makes me. I was actually like looking at my team. I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought maybe Rhaenyra was gonna let her. I was like, Rhaenyra, don't you dare do this some dumb shit right here. Allison speaks of Viserys for a little bit and how they do care for each other. Viserys and her did love each other,
Mhm.
but never as much as Viserys loved her, Rhaenyra's mother. And
Yeah.
that love never went away, and that's what kept him going for so
Yeah.
long.
Emma was the fucking best, dude.
So sad when she dies.
Yeah.
So
God,
that's
what a scene.
first or second episode.
I think it was the first episode,
It is.
wasn't it?
Oh yeah, because he's at the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then that's the air for a day.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a rough one. Allison tells Rhaenyra that Aemond is going to leave and that Helena will let Rhaenyra take the throne without a battle, without anything, in 3 days. And that Rhaenyra tells her that it's not that simple. The only way to win this war and to officially take the throne is to take Aegon's head,
Yeah.
which is a real way that these kind of things went in medieval times. This time,
Yeah.
you weren't just gonna give it up and walk out.
Totally.
So, and you can see it on Allison's face that she's like, you don't want your son to die, you don't want your child dead, but Allison does officially accept and her sacrifice as a son for a son. And the acting in the scene, again, these two motherfuckers get these motherfuckers their Emmys. That's how I wrote in all caps.
Well, which one's going to win the Emmy?
Couldn't you say one was the lead, one was the
You can probably, yeah. I mean,
tease it a little bit.
I think they're both leads.
Yeah, I feel like Rhaenyra was definitely much more in this season than Allison was.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, Rhaenyra is pretty much the main character of the show, but it's also like Game of Thrones. Who's the lead? Is it Jon Snow?
Jon
Daenerys?
Snow is definitely the
It's
lead of Game
Tyrion.
of Thrones.
If you go by screen time,
It is Tyrion because he's the only one who sees every character, isn't he?
Yeah.
Every main character.
Yeah.
And I went a little bit with the acting. I loved how subtle it was with their mannerisms, their body position, the breathing, and their movement, because you could see, it has to be like a thing that the way that their neck would tighten, like when Rhaenyra would say something that maybe like was getting her a little upset, you'd see her like tighten up, and the breathing would slow down, or the breathing would speed up, things like that. And that's people don't think about it. Like, oh, it's just how they're breathing. No, that's like a direct like this is what I want it to look like. Like I don't know. I think that these two are two of the best actresses out there. I love.
Yeah, they did great. Also, Olivia Cooke has not worn a wig in this entire show. You know that?
I didn't think she did. Did you think she wore a wig?
No, but everybody's been saying like, "Damn, what kind of shampoo you using?" Like,
she just got nice. They moved
very long hair. Yeah, I mean, Emma Darcy wears a wig.
Yeah,
but
Emma Darcy wears a wig. Allison agrees and tells Rhaenyra again to come to King's Landing in 3 days' time and take the Iron Throne. That was a thick accent right there. Rhaenyra tells Allison that history will call her a villain, and which she accepts. Allison just wants to be free. She doesn't care what everyone thinks of her. Rhaenyra lets her leave, and now we see our new Dragon Riders readying for battle in a great little compilation to end the season with, which has some really cool visuals at the end, which we're going to get to. We've seen the Green Army marching with Vhagar with them. The Black Army marches on the bridge. The Lannister Army marches. Daemon leaving Harrenhal in his armor, looking upon all of his soldiers, which looked really cool. Did you see the tweets about Daemon?
No.
Like, that's a man who just got laid. Because he like looks so much like more at peace.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that man.
Mhm.
We need to help the man out. We see the Essos ships riding into battle. Corlys looking like a fucking G, ready for war. His armor is so cool.
Mhm.
Like, he has and then he has the Hand of the Queen on his armor now.
Yeah.
Rhaena is now with Sheepstealer. Otto shows up.
Dude, that scene was shot. First of all, where the fuck is he that he's like captured
My
in
man
prison
is
somewhere?
on Dragonstone.
You think he's on Dragonstone?
so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or then how do they get to him?
I don't know.
Well,
Or
how the
maybe
fuck-
or Aemon put him there, or Aegon put him there. It's just in King's Landing.
Maybe. Then he's not on Dragonstone. He's in King's
No, I'm
Landing.
saying I'm throwing out ideas.
Okay. I mean, I don't know where he is, but the way that was shot, it felt like a Marvel post credit scene. I
It was
was
so-
like, is he gonna play the lizard again? Like what? It felt so weirdly like lit, but
It was very like as if they were just like, okay, go roll in this mud really quick. Someone hold up a lantern, and we're just gonna
Yeah.
pull in that shot.
yeah, I don't know where he is or what the hell's going on, but Otto's back, so that's cool.
Larys and Aegon have left King's Landing.
Yeah.
And then we get these two beautiful shots of Alicent and Rhaenyra mirroring each other as season 2 comes to an end, and war is now officially upon Westeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we said the same thing at the end of season 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that. Well, technically, the war did start. I wasn't wrong.
Technically, but
I was wrong the last episode when I said where this episode was going to end.
yeah,
Technically.
Yeah.
Because the battle is going to happen.
well, yeah.
The battle will be the next.
Yeah, the war did start because the Burning Mill was like the first war,
Yeah.
the first battle.
Well,
in this
technically,
war.
the first thing is when Lucerys dies.
Yeah.
The Dance of Dragon.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's still like that's why people are so mad is because season 1 ended with, all right, now the war begins, and season 2 ended with, all right, now the war
Now the war
begins.
begins.
Like what, you know?
I'm
spread that
going
up a
to
little
stand by what I said, though. If they can do these next 2 seasons really well, they could be like the best seasons of Game of Thrones universe
Okay.
and television. Like, there's some really, really cool stuff coming.
Yeah, totally.
So that's why I'm not mad, because that lets it breathe more and lets those stories get told a little bit more,
Mhm.
because there are so many things going on that I would rather than take a whole season, 2 seasons on that, than maybe put in one part of it now. So I really had no issues with the stuff like that. It's more there seemed unnecessary things that could have been either put in the next season or just not in the story for right
Yeah.
now.
Or make it 10 episodes again. Like I don't know.
I have a feeling they'll go back to that.
Ryan Connell said no.
Really?
Ryan Connell said it might
Ryan
just be the
Connell, you
pace of the show.
suck.
I think Ryan Connell's in way over his head.
Yeah, because I think he is I think he's very talented.
Yeah.
But this is something that you need.
This is a lot,
Yeah.
especially without
Bring him
Miguel
back.
Sapochnik.
Get him to come back.
Yeah,
Pay that man the fucking bag.
yeah.
Come back for 2 seasons.
I hope he gets back. But yeah. I mean, it just should have been 10 episodes. I don't get it. Like if you would shown us like maybe a part of the war, you know, just a couple more battles in episode 9 and 10, and really like let us go without a massive cliffhanger. Like give us a satisfying end of the season that isn't more or less the same place as the end of season 1. Like
it now just showed you who's on whose side.
yeah, it just felt like this whole season dragged so much, and now we have 2 years of a war to put in 2 seasons. And obviously the first season took place over a number of years, but there was a big time jump.
It's 10 years, right?
Yeah, season 2 took place over like a month or two, like not a long time.
I got the hiccups.
I can tell.
Killing me.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, season 2 took place over a very short period, like compared to season 1 or compared to the
3
rest.
weeks.
Yeah, it's not long. So
It
why
might not be that.
you should have spaced it out more, added 2 more episodes, make it a full season like we've been used to. Because I mean, Game of Thrones started going bad when they started shortening the seasons for no fucking
Let's just
reason.
go back to 24 episode television season.
That's it's a lot of fucking money. But I'm down.
Especially if you're doing Game of Thrones.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I do miss like 24 episodes. You knew it was coming back every time the same year, no matter what happened.
Yeah.
And now you're like, is this show going to come out in 2 years or 6 years?
Yeah. misconsistency.
Yeah, I hate this
But
shit. I hate this shit.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, it makes sense because
it's
it's a lot. These are bigger. These are movies now that have
yeah,
been spaced out
yeah,
on TV.
effectively, yeah, totally. But yeah, I mean, I think this season was definitely a disappointment for me. But that's not to say it was bad.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
still going to keep watching the show. I think I'm a little bit less excited now than I was going into this season. But yeah, I just hope they can figure it out, and I hope they can get back to where they were in season one, and just kind of get back into that stride of telling us the story in a good way, and showing us things that are not only exciting but also move the story forward, and just give it enough room to breathe, and
hit your landing here.
yeah, definitely need to stick.
This
the
needs to
landing.
be your weakest season.
Yeah,
for it to hold up quality wise.
Yeah, and I think it totally will be.
Because I truly think it's hard to do a lot of battle stuff, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes it can make it a little easier on the writer.
Yeah.
Just thinking like, okay, well, this episode can just be like a battle episode. You don't have to work super tight on dialogue here, like stuff like that. And then maybe they do give us pretty much like battle. What have effects of this battle? Battle effects of battle. Battle effects of battle. Which I would be so fine with because it is a war, and every battle has a different effect.
Yeah.
You lose 1,000 soldiers here, but only lose 20 soldiers there. It's a big difference between battles. And then if you focus on one, you see maybe the green side of things. They won, but then when they lose, you get to see Eamon lose his mind over something. Yeah. So that's why I kind of hope that they go, and I hope that they don't try too hard to follow the narrative, like what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Do enough to make it work.
Yeah,
it's like Doom Messiah. Don't go full like follow page for page, but make your own little iteration.
I mean, they
are doing that.
Yeah, they've already changed so much about the original story, and I haven't even read it, but I know a lot of the changes they've done, especially with like Sheep Stealer.
Yeah,
that's a big change.
A very big change.
Yeah. So,
I don't know the actual person that gets it.
Nettles.
Yeah, Messels or something.
Nettles, I think.
No, that's M. Is it? It might be Nettles. Yeah, it's definitely Nettles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't bitch.
She's out.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, as far as we know.
They definitely gave Raina the dragon instead.
I think so too. But imagine in season 3, she just pops
kills Raina.
There, like comes out behind a rock. She's like, who the fuck are you?
Like Vigilante behind the trash can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in the same. I agree with you.
That would be so funny if next season's like Ryan Connell's like, oh fuck, we should have followed the book closer. We gotta just put this kid in.
Just appears. I know. Hi there.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
But I definitely agree with you. I don't think this is a bad season of television by any means. Again, comparing it to season 1, which is so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean,
it just disappoints when you're expecting so much more.
Yeah, I don't think I'd call it a bad season either, especially with the number of good episodes we've had. But at the same time,
disappointing.
It's absolutely a disappointing season, because it just felt like it was half a season. It felt like an unfinished season. Like this episode felt like I was going into something big next week.
What did we review that felt like that? We did another show recently within a year that we were like, that just felt incomplete.
I don't remember.
It wouldn't have been The Boys. Was it Gen V that we felt that way?
Well, probably was The Boys. It could have been The Boys because that's what we've been saying the entire episode or every episode.
That is
until
true.
It ended.
I meant last season Boys. That's why I was confused.
I don't know.
But yeah, I agree. I think it was disappointing. I think there could have been little decisions that could have changed everything if you just maybe cut this there, cut that there, expand out to 10 episodes again. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to watch the next season. I'm still excited to see them do this war. That is something I'm super interested in.
Yeah.
And then kind of seeing what stories they can really flesh out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see where these characters end up too. I know where they end up, but I want to see them get there.
Yeah.
I was doing more like reading again.
Yeah.
God. Just do this well these next 2 seasons. There's so much cool shit.
Yeah, there is a ton of cool stuff we got to look forward to, but hopefully they can get it all in a reasonable pace.
16 episodes. That's all that's left.
I know.
16 episodes. Imagine 2 years of war.
God. And
then explain what happens after the war. You still got to put everything into perspective.
That is true. Yeah, there's definitely the last episode, or maybe even the last 2 episodes, are definitely going to be.
That last episode in Game of Thrones is so rushed.
Yeah. I don't know. it'll be interesting to see how they space out a ton of this stuff and what they cut out from the original stories, especially if they stick with 4 seasons. I think they can do it if they go back to 10 episodes a season.
Yeah, I definitely don't want another season. Do
Yeah.
4. I think we talked about this when the first season we were reviewing. 3 or 4 is what I think it needed to be.
Yeah.
So I am happy that they're kind of sticking to that idea.
I mean, they said 4. 4
Yeah.
is confirmed.
Yeah,
but,
I know that, but I remember at the beginning when I was saying 3 or 4 is what I think it's going to be.
But we were thinking 10 episode seasons,
10
and now we lost out on 2 hours of story, because of this season. So maybe our initial estimate could have been wrong.
Yeah,
especially if they stick with 8 episode seasons, then we're down 6 hours.
Yeah, because that's if you did 3 seasons, it still would be. Yeah, you're still getting you're getting more episodes, you're getting more time.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them doing 10. I would love for them to change their mind, do 10.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see where House of the Dragon goes with this next season. But that is all I have to say about House of the Dragon. You got anything else you want to
add? We didn't mention how the Alicent and Rhaenyra scene. Which one brings up a son for a son? Is it Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra brings it up, and then Alicent accepts a son for a son.
Did she forget that her grandson had his fucking head chopped off already?
That didn't count.
That does count. That should count.
It wasn't Rhaenyra's.
Alicent should at least.
It wasn't Rhaenyra's decision.
Alicent should at least be smart enough to be like, hold on, my grandson already did die, so that kind of we're clear now.
He was a grandson. He's not coming up anytime for an heir. Actually,
he was the heir. He was the heir.
I forgot there's only.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I was thinking of the book where it's multiple. There is another one, but they didn't do that because timeline doesn't match up.
Yeah.
Which I did like that they were smart about. Like, he's not alive. This is 10
Which one?
There's another boy.
Aegon's son?
Mm-hmm. He's just not born yet. It's 20 years in the book, the time jump.
Gotcha.
This is only 10. But yeah, that's a good point though. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Alicent just forgot.
Alicent's like, it's whatever. It's a baby.
It's fucking Daenerys. She just kind of forgot about Euron's fleet and fucking. God damn it, dude.
That last season of Game of Thrones so disappointing.
It was so dumb.
And I'm not gonna lie. First, what is it? 8? It's 6 episodes.
It's 6 episodes.
Yeah, first 4.5 are okay, are solid enough. It's the last 1.5 is horrible.
I mean, most of the season is bad.
Yeah, but I like the Long Night. Like, I've never had an issue with that episode.
The Long Night, it's just so much plot armor for everybody.
Oh yeah, they're like getting mobbed in the next shot. They're like perfectly fine. But there are some dope ass shots of that. Like when they're all charging into the battle with the fire, and you see it all get put. Oh.
And then the next episode, they're like, we lost 10% of the Unsullied. Like, no, I watched every single one of them die. Or not Unsullied.
I watched besides the 3 that were behind guarding.
God. Not Unsullied, Dothraki.
I thought there was Unsullied. Oh, no, Unsullied was the Black
Dothraki,
armor.
Yeah. The Dothraki rode in.
They should have been wiped out, the Unsullied.
Yeah.
You just watch them get bigger and bigger throughout the show, even though they're saying they're losing them. I was like, that's some bullshit.
They never change. They never got any more Unsullied after wherever she was.
I'm saying the number that they show, though, it looks bigger.
No, that's what I'm saying, too.
There is no more.
No, they've been following her for like 10 years, and they haven't added any more Unsullied. She took all the Unsullied.
It's so funny.
They just haven't lost any.
There's so many funny little things with Game of Thrones like that. Like, they got a budget, and they just were like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryan, what is your recommendation of the week for? Oh, Noah Lyles got COVID.
I saw that after he won the 200, too.
I like Noah Lyles.
It's crazy.
No, he got bronze in 200.
Oh, he got bronze in it? I thought he won.
He won the 100.
Yeah, he beat. Yeah,
that was actually a dope race. And I'm not a huge Noah Lyles fan, but
yeah,
because he said that comment about the NBA. It's like,
what
what champions of what? Like he was probably saying like that we call ourselves. Yeah, go look. What happened when we played Brazil in basketball the other day? Lost, beat them by 44.
Yeah,
it's so much fun watching the U.S. play against like bad countries.
Yes.
Just LeBron to KD to Steph Curry to.
But it sucks as baseball fans because
it's in the Olympics next summer.
28.
Yeah, 28
in LA. Did you hear what Tom Cruise is doing?
Yeah, he's doing
the Olympics.
Yeah, he's doing a stunt, right? To end it.
Ridiculous.
What's the stunt?
He's picking up the Olympic flag from Paris, flying it across to LA, skydiving out and dropping it on the Hollywood sign.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck Tom. This man just wants to die.
I don't get it. But yeah, baseball's gonna be back, and then we can lose to Japan again.
World Baseball Classic. I'm gonna try and go.
World Baseball Classic.
I want to go to the one of the games.
Yeah. What is it? Where's it gonna be?
It's always in Miami.
Is it always? Okay. I want to go to a World Cup game. in Philly.
Yeah, when they're in Philly. It's the same year. It's the same with the All-Star game, isn't it?
Is
Same
it?
year.
I think that's 26, right?
Yeah, same year then.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Phillies All-Star game we're hosting.
It's gonna get wild.
You
It's
know,
gonna
a
be
Braves
wacky.
player's getting murdered.
Yeah, for sure.
But what's your recommendation of the week?
I'm gonna recommend Civil War. Finally watched it after months of saying that the trailers don't look very good, and then I just didn't see it in theaters. Tommy said it was good. Finally bucked up, rented it on Amazon, watched it. It's pretty good. It
Did
was
you like the
good.
sound editing for the guns?
Yeah.
Like in movies, they like muffle guns.
Yeah.
And they didn't muffle in that.
No,
so
it
like
was
you hear
loud.
the cracking,
Yeah,
which
no.
is a very specific noise.
Yeah.
So me and my dad right away were like, "It's fucking dope."
Yeah. I didn't really notice it, but now that you pointed out, yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that like final like charge they do on the White House,
That was my favorite scene.
dude. Some of those bullets you hear like the crack of it hitting something.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
yeah."
No, everything was great about it. I think the
The
everybody
ending's a little on the nose, but
yeah, but that's also I mean, we just talked about it earlier. You can't not to spoil the movie, but we did mention that earlier with, taking back power.
yeah.
You gotta do that. You know
No,
what I mean?
I meant with Kirsten Dunst's character.
Oh yeah.
That was a little on the nose
Yeah.
from.
Well,
the
she
start
also
of the
I
movie,
didn't
but
really love her character throughout the whole thing. It was just
I love Kaylee.
she was the most one-dimensional character. Kirsten Dunst was.
That might just be her acting.
Yeah. I thought her acting was fine.
No, but I'm saying like I feel like that's the kind of character she plays.
Yeah, usually.
Kaylee Spaney is a star.
She was good.
What she got Alien coming right? And then
Yeah. She's in that.
she just did that, and then she did Priscilla.
Priscilla. Yeah.
Doing
She
good
was
for
killing
herself.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, the final scene is my favorite because I love how they like implement the pictures throughout it. It just looks so cool.
there's some great scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
That was a good movie to see in IMAX.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I should have seen that in theaters.
Should
Also,
have.
the Jesse Plemons scene was good, but I know everybody said that was like their favorite
It's
scene.
not the best scene. I
No.
think that when they hang in the guys in the car wash is better. Like when
That was a good scene.
that scene freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons scene was good though. But go check out my review of Civil War. It's earlier on. It's a solo episode. But my recommendation of the week is Civil War. MCU Civil War.
Oh Jesus.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not bad.
It's a top 10.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's a top 10 MCU movie.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, there's some really fun scenes.
There's some
Spider-Man
really
showing up.
Yeah, some good
Dude,
stuff.
that trailer came out.
Oh, dude.
I'm not actually recommending Civil MCU. I was just
You're just saying
being the
Civil
asshole.
War again. Yeah.
Jaws. 100%
Jaws.
recommend Jaws.
Jaws.
It's on HBO Max finally.
Is it?
So fucking good.
Man.
That stupid asshole that sat next to me.
Yeah,
at
I was gonna
cinema
say
day.
we should watch it
Fuck, I want to
in
punch him
IMAX
in the
again.
nuts.
That guy with his phone out the entire fucking
That was a
time.
fun day, cinema day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So spicy.
so spicy. Thank you guys so much for checking out the show. Continue to support every one of our episodes and downloading them and sharing them with your friends. Thank you for the continued support on our TikTok page, which is really starting to gain some traction.
Oh wow.
Thanks for the continued support on YouTube, which is also starting to gain some traction. And yeah, the next thing we'll probably review. I have no idea what the next movie that's coming out is.
I don't know.
We got The Crow though,
I don't remember. Oh my god.
August 23rd.
August 23rd.
I'm not gonna lie. Every trailer's been ass. The last two have been like 30-second trailers. Me and my dad were like, those were the best things that they've given us so far.
Oh.
Because it actually showed him like acting and
Yeah,
not
okay.
just the same 4 fucking shots that look terrible.
Yeah.
But-
Remember the scene they released though? Like the actual scene in the movie? It
I didn't mind it.
was bad.
It was okay.
The movie's gonna be bad.
Shut up. Let me
60 at best.
let's go. I would cheer for a
No.
60.
No, you wouldn't.
I've gone straight to video. That's how bad the other sequels are.
Don't you want an actually good one?
60 is good. It's average for a movie.
60.
If you make a career as a director, you have nothing but 60s. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, but would you not want an actual good movie?
Oh, I would love it. I would love it to be better.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if it's a 60, I'm okay with that. As long as it's not as bad as the second, the third, and the fourth.
Okay,
Let me have my thing.
that's fine.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll figure out what we're going to be reviewing next. Ryan still has to do his review of The Bear.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into the episode. We will talk to you later. And Ryan, what is your final line for everyone? Is that it?
No, I don't know. Go. What
Go
do you wanna
Birds.
say? No.